Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Whoa! Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 117, Neve.
You're not Ron.
Wait a second, you're not Neve.
No, I'm not.
Who are you and what have you done with Neve?
Well, Neve's taking a sabbatical from work this week.
Yeah, no shit, isn't he?
Sunning it up in Bali, getting the rig out by the pool.
Fuck, I'm happy it's come because he's been talking about it for the last bloody how many weeks on
What's he going to talk about when he gets back
Letting
next week?
everybody know about his trip to Bali
that
he's been planning since the fucking start of the year. Fuck, I hope it's living up to expectations.
Oh, mate, it better be.
You know what this means, though? For this, I am actually going to have to call you Neve for the entirety of this episode.
That's okay. Look,
topics of discussion, Neve.
We're really doing that?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, back in stocks, new products
as
coming soon.
As far as I know, there could be a photo of Neve's face on your body right now.
If that happens,
I don't know.
That's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
So back in stocks, new products coming soon. Come and train with TMJ in Adelaide. And then, of course, Ask Neve, sorry.
Jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly where we missed you guys last week because both the Big Swole Bear and I were out on tour, which means Neve had no one to shoot Weekly Word with.
I reckon he could do it by himself.
Could have done solo.
Yeah, he could
do the French Neve, the double Neve.
The double, where he just does all of it, but in two people.
Yeah.
Swap sides and shit.
First topic of discussion, Neve.
So back in stocks. So what do we got, man?
Oh, shit. Almost 3 weeks old now, big Nevos.
Yeah, well, mate, mine is 10 days old.
Yeah.
And it's well overdue.
Gonna have to. I'm
have to go see my
if
boy.
I had my phone on me now, I would hit Robbie up in the DM and let him know I'm coming.
Mate, I was meant to go see him this morning.
Yeah.
Too busy. I was like, Robbie, I'm gonna have to cancel, bro, my appointment.
Cancel and reschedule.
Yeah, reschedule.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, well overdue.
Yep.
Anyway, so back in stocks, man. What have we got?
Yep.
So MTS Way.
Yes. Came and gone.
Man, like I just can't believe how quickly that shit goes out of stock. We were out of town last week, and I had people hitting me up going, "Oh man, I want this flavour, but it's not on the website."
We did, yeah. So
hit up Josh.
It is back in stock, but there's only in the big tubs now. There's only 5 flavours left. So we had 9 or 10.
9.
There's only 5 left, so you can still get banana. Well, while we're recording this episode, you can still get banana cream pie, peanut butter fluff, apple pie, peanut butter cookies and cream, and Tim Tam is still available. At this point in time, but guys, as mentioned, they do sell. In the small tubs, we do still have cookies and cream and red velvet for those of you who are interested.
How those last 2 flavours there, peanut butter cookies and cream, and Tim Tam are still in stock are beyond me, because those are delicious, mate. Delicious.
Moving on.
All right, Ambrose.
Overtraining solution, back in stock in the 40-serve tub, one of my personal favourite supplements at the moment.
Yep, get on that one. Prana On, all products back in stock, man. So fully locked. We've got the Power Plant protein, we've got the Phyto-Fi protein, and we've also got the BCAAs now as well.
And the pre-workout.
All
the vegan gains. Hashtag vegan gains.
Yep.
Moving on.
Salvation, Extend.
Yep.
All flavours, all sizes, back in stock.
30 serves, 90 serves, everything back in stock.
Yep. Carna Shred.
Yes,
both flavours back in stock.
Yep, both the sweet and tangy flavour and the crowd favourite Rambo fruit. That will sell out again.
Yeah,
so
again.
make sure you guys get onto that if you're a Carney Shred fan.
One of my personal favourites, Core Hard Extreme.
Oh, fuck.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
My tub was running.
Was only out for a week.
But mate, a week's a long time.
We almost had fucking riots here at MJHQ. For Core Hard being out. So back in stock, make sure you guys stock up on your Core Hard for all of your recomp needs.
Core ABCD.
Yes, back in stock in all flavours. A great drink, Australian gummy snakes and pineapple strawberry.
Core Omega.
The fish oil supplement from Core. It sold faster than we expected and was out of stock, but now it's back.
And finally, my personal favourite pre-workout. American Labs, Red, White and Boom. Both flavours back in stock.
Back in stock. Next topic of discussion.
All right. New products, man.
Yep.
What have we got?
Hit them.
So we've got the heavyweight pullover Cascade hoodies.
Yep, they launched last week.
Yep.
Along with?
Warm and toasty, man. I took one of those to Canberra where it was -50 when we were there last week. And mate, I was snuggly and warm.
With the
little, you got to get it up right up to the chin. Yeah.
Assassin's business going on.
Yeah. Then the Cascade cuff track pants.
Yep. Also
so once again,
last week.
nice and toasty. You had those last week while we were away.
Oh, they were
sweating fucking bullets everywhere you went. All right, the men's performance 3/4 training tights.
Also launched last week. So now, guys, all of our winter apparel is now all available. Everything from the crew necks to the pullover hoodies to the zip-up Cascade Assassin's jackets to the heavyweight cuff trackies, the men's all the TMJ winter apparel is now available.
Yeah, so get on the site and get some of that shit, guys. It's of course the best quality you can get. We ain't fucking spiders. Yeah. Ready Fit meals.
Yes, now available in all 7 South Australian or ADL Massive Joe's retail outlets. Ready Fit meals. Now the way this works, just because we have had a few customers a little bit disappointed. So the way it works, guys, is the stores get delivered their Ready Fit meals on Sunday afternoon. So they're available for you to come and purchase as of like when the store opens on Monday. Now remember, they are fresh, so they're not frozen meals, which means like you need to come get them like Monday or like Tuesday, Wednesday at the absolute latest if the stores have any more stock.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, we're getting 1 delivery a week. So the earlier you can come in and pick up, the better chance that you're actually going to get the meals that you want.
Yeah, that's it.
You can also pre-order. So if you want to pre-order, you can go visit your store and you can speak to the manager there and say, look, I want to pick up X number of particular meals, whether you want, 6 of the satay chicken, 3 of the meatballs, 3 of the grilled chicken, whatever. You can do a custom order and say, I want to place this order now. You pay for it then and there, and you can pick it up like the next Monday morning.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever you want. So that's how the Ready Fit meals is. And it's a little tricky, I'll be honest, because it's fresh.
Yeah. And
so like the meals have to be sold within like 3 days.
Yeah, otherwise they're done.
Well, they're fucked. It's not like frozen meals where you fucking
mate,
3 months old food.
Quality and
fuck that.
Delicious fucking food.
Yeah.
Well, I had the satay chicken yesterday, mate. Incredible.
Get the fuck out with the satay chicken.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
How's your diet going, mate?
Moving on.
All right, Ambrosia Ritual.
Yes, so it was a new product launched straight out of stock. So is a new product, but is now going to be on the coming soon back in stock list as well. So Ambrosia Ritual AM, for those of you who aren't aware, is an exogenous ketone supplement, particularly useful for mental acuity first thing in the morning. So it's an interesting product. You guys go check it out on MassiveJoes.com. But it's a fat and exogenous ketone-based supplement that you add to your morning coffee.
To add, help with mental clarity and get that brain ticking over, basically.
Yeah, it's not going to push you into ketosis. Oh, don't get it twisted.
We did a video.
But it will provide your exogenous ketones.
If you're not sure what we're talking about, go watch the Gains Trust from last week.
Absolutely. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Yep.
Some big ones here. So Core ABC gummy snakes.
Yes. Now this is obviously not a coming soon. This is a coming back in stock soon. So gummy snakes should be here early next week, viewers. And this is ABC. It's not ABCD.
No, ABC.
ABCD gummy snakes available now. ABC gummy snakes early next week. Back in stock.
All right. Overtraining solution in the 100-serve tub.
Going with your big self, something we've been working on with Ambrosia, because we know a bunch of you go ham in the gym, so you've been like, dos sculpins, tres sculpins, quattro sculpins.
That's a lot, man.
And you go through a tub pretty quickly. So we've been working with Ambrosia to do a 100-serve tub at a reduced price per serve, obviously. So not only do you get more serves, but it's going to be better value for money. And that's about 2 weeks away.
Awesome.
So coming soon.
Another one of my favorites, so Clash Fully Loaded in the green apple flavor.
I'm happy about this because what's happened is my good man Mark Lobliner, CEO of MTS Nutrition, obviously watched the Massive Joe's Raw review on Clash Fully Loaded Fruit Punch and how disgusting the taste is. So what MTS has actually done is they've discontinued Fruit Punch. So we've got a few units left, but once the Fruit Punch is gone, it's gone forever. They've killed that flavor. And they've released a new flavor, green apple. I have yet to try it, but from what Mark tells me, it's like light and day between the bitterness, disgusting fruit punch Clash Fully Loaded and what he's saying is quite a delicious green apple Clash Fully Loaded. So that should be here also, if not towards the end of this week, early next week. So I'm keen to try it.
Yeah, well look,
because
Mark,
I fucking love Clash Fully Loaded.
Yeah, Mark, I didn't have a problem with the fruit punch, man. So you know, you've got no problems with me.
Honestly, Boss Josh and I, we were driving to the gym last night, and I haven't trained on Clash Fully Loaded for a while because I took Sunday off, and then Monday we had
and you forgot how bad it was, didn't you?
The train with the power. So I hadn't had it for like 3-4 days. And we were sipping on the gym, and it's fucking horrible, man.
Nah.
What happens is you build up a tolerance to the disgustingness, and you don't realize it. But when you don't use it, and then you come back to it, you're like, fuck.
Maybe that's why my red, white, and boom tasted so fucking good the other night.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
It's all relative. So, green apple Clash Fully Loaded coming soon.
New product, man.
Yep.
Pro Gym, both
sizes. Finally, you guys have been asking for this one for a long time. The Gym Supplement Science Protein, the blended protein, Pro Gym, is coming next week in both sizes. So they do a 2-pound and a 4-pound. And all flavors. There's like 8 flavors or some shit. Finally going to be available in Australia at MassiveJoes.
Only took about 5 years.
Well, it's taken almost 3 actually. Yeah. From when we first bought pre-gym, and then after pre-gym, post-gym got released. But from we first started dealing with gym to now finally being able to get pro-gym in Australia, it's been about 3 years. Yeah. But that just shows you, man, people's company. We stop at nothing. Mate. We get you guys what you want. Even if it takes years. Yeah. Fuck it.
All right. Super Pump 250, mate. Now, is there a fucking time machine that you've been using to get this product back? Or?
Well, yeah. It's been a long time coming. We still don't have a definite ETA on it, on the Super Pump 250, but we do know at some point that it is coming soon.
Let's hope it's not the old one that had, you know, the old one that had the products in there that were questionable. No, it's definitely
none of that business going on. Well, Rich Gaspari doesn't own Gaspari anymore, so you know, it's almost an evolve, a revolution in Gaspari nutrition.
Okay, Outbreak Nutrition pathogen.
Fuck me, still no update on the pathogen. Was supposed to be released like months ago.
I've seen photos of it.
I've seen photos of it too.
But you can't see the product.
No ETA on when it's available, so eventually it's going to be available, guys, but really no updates for you on that one. Speaking of no updates.
Well, have you spoken to the good people at BSN?
No.
About their test booster?
No, but I have the good people coming in this afternoon.
Well, let's ask them then.
I will.
What about the Optimum Fat Burner?
Still 6 months away.
Oh, you said that 12 months ago, mate.
No, now it's legit. It's like January next year.
Look, mate, I don't believe you.
So it really is closer to 5 months now. I'll believe it when I see it, but we do know that it's coming at some point.
Yeah, I still don't believe it. Anyway.
Next topic of discussion now.
All right, man. Come and train with TMJ, Adelaide, August 12th.
It's going down, guys. Our next event is another Come and Train with Team MassiveJoes in the ADL back at Iron Industry Gym on August 12th. It's actually part of their open day.
Yeah, so they've got an open day, and we thought we'd...
At Iron Industry. So it's Saturday, August 12th. Their open day runs from 10 till 4. Yeah. 10 till 4? 10 till 6?
10 till 6.
10 till 6. We're going to be there with our Come and Train from 4:30 p.m. till 7. Yeah. If they don't kick us, they won't kick us.
No, they won't kick us out, man.
Till 7. Same thing as usual, so it's not an open Come and Train. You do have to register, and then we will pick and pick the maximum number of athletes we can have. I think we said like 10, but we'll probably push it to like 15. Team up one-on-one. So one Team MassiveJoes athlete with one of the winners of the registration process and put you guys through a workout. So to register, make sure you email sales@massivejoes.com, and we will let everybody know who wins a position for the Come and Train the Thursday before. So I think it's like August 10.
Yeah, awesome.
We contact everybody and let you know if you're in or out. But link is in the description box to the full details and the Facebook event. So if you guys are interested, email sales@massivejoes.com.
It's a cool gym, man. Like even just to come and check out the gym, like recently refurbished, that'd be worth the price of admission, which is free. But yeah, so get on that one.
Absolutely.
All right, finally.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask Neve /Swole.
15 questions, Neve. Good ones too, good questions.
That looks like some long-ass questions.
And of course, because the infamous Barney Ong is away for the next month, Pierre Pozzuto has the last question.
Oh my God, Barney, what the fuck, mate?
Emily David. Hey, Neve. Emily here from Perth, Western Australia. Question about progression with the big 3 lifts. I train mainly for powerlifting and strength and have been making steady progress with my deadlift for some time, but have pretty much stalled with squats and bench press. Part of the problem is that I have hypermobility through my joints, what people usually call double jointed. And when squatting heavy, my knees and ankles feel like they're going to give way. I'm going to fall over long before the actual muscles feel tired. And a similar situation with my elbows and shoulders on bench press. It gets quite frustrating when training as I feel like I'm spending most of my energy on just trying to keep stable rather than actually lifting. Do you have any advice as to what I can do to help this? Thanks always for all the help, info, and stay massive.
Man, one thing I notice with a lot of people when they're trying to improve the big 3
Yeah.
is they always do the big 3.
Yes.
And that's it. You know, so they don't work on those accessory movements, you know, like your...
Which indirectly stabilize.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, you're looking at, you know, if your bench press, you're looking at your triceps, you're looking at your lats for stabilization, you're looking at shoulders. You know, they don't work on getting those muscles stronger to help increase their overall numbers. Same as with, you know, with your squats, you know, they don't see people working on their posterior chain, on their hamstrings. It's literally, all they do is squat.
Yep.
So I would recommend to go, you know, not go away from it so much, but focus a lot more on those accessory movements and building those up. You know, and that's what I'd be doing. So getting those stronger, and that should help with your overall
And
numbers.
I would say, even in addition to that, Emily, agree 100% with what Neve's saying over here. But in addition to that, doing isolateral type accessory movements is going to help with stabilizing your double joints. So you know, to help with your squat, the isolateral accessory movements, things like Bulgarian split squats, dumbbell one-legged Romanian deadlifts for deadlift. With your bench press, if you're doing like dumbbell press, do like isolateral dumbbell press, so like one side at a time. A lot of those isolateral, you know, one side at a time type accessory movements are just going to help with all those muscles that help stabilize all your joints.
Yeah, definitely.
Richard Ray. Hey guys, Richard from Oklahoma, USA. I was wondering if you ever had the desire to produce your own supplement line. Joe, you know a lot about pre-workout and feel like you could make a killer formula. Thanks guys, stay massive.
It looks like this one's pointed more towards you rather than
Richard, we get this question, I would say, on average, once a week. We don't always read it out. We read it out probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. But we always get this question. And my answer to it is still exactly the same. We, you know, we work with some pretty cool companies. Probably the two most prominent that we have the most to do with would be Core and MTS. And through these guys, like a lot of the core supplements that we speak so highly of, that we retail, we actually have a hand in formulating as well. So it's one of those things, man, where, you know, our core competency at the moment is being a retailer and being the best possible retailer that we can be on the planet. And that's what we're focused on. Whereas someone like, you know, like Core Nutritionals, their core competency is producing supplements. So if we can kind of team up and work together where we can focus on our core competency and, you know, kind of capitalize on their core competencies, it works the best for everybody involved. So at this point, you know, have we ever had the desire to produce our own supplements? I'd say the desire is there, but we're just focused on you know, what we're focused on at the moment.
Stick to what you're good at, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Vegeta Flex for Fitness, Mr. Neve. As you do, I've been keeping up with what's going on in the supplement industry, and I've recently come across this form of creatine called tricreatine orotate. Can you guys help us understand the benefits of this, if any?
Mate, how the hell's Neve going to know that?
Neve would have no idea.
No.
Fortunately, you're Neve.
Yeah, but mate,
Do you have an idea?
No.
Or do you want me to step in on this one as well?
Look, at the end of the day, man, like, it's just another form of creatine, you know?
What it actually is, oh, fuck, no, hold on a second. Vegeta hasn't even told us where he's from. Hold on, Timmy Turner, who's editing this video while Dilip's on leave. Everyone's on fucking leave.
Yeah, I know, everyone's going. See you later.
You pick a place for Vegeta for Fitness.
Vegeta.
Flex for
It sounds
Fitness.
Italian, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we going to put him in Venice?
Yeah, Venice, Italy.
Okay, Vegeta Flex for Fitness from Venice, Italy. Back to the question. So tricreatine orotate is creatine chemically bonded to an acid called erotic acid. Not erotic as in like what Neve's probably doing in Bali at the moment, but erotic as in O-R-A-T-I-C, acid. Erotic acid really is a little bit of a confusing supplement. The benefit you're going to get of taking tricreatine orotate is you're going to get creatine and you're also going to get erotic acid. The benefits of erotic acid are kind of, debated in the scientific community, which is why most people aren't going to supplement with erotic acid, in its own right. And because of that, meh.
Mate, the thing is with all these there's always new ingredients coming out. And, until they actually do some decent studies on it, which takes minimum, from the release of the product, minimum 12 to 18 months. You can't really find out exactly whether it's a beneficial product or not.
I would say Vegeta Flex for Fitness. From my experience and what I've read and what I've seen and what I've used myself, the three main types of creatine are creatine monohydrate, which everybody should use that as a first stop, unless you have issues with, stomach discomfort or you don't
water retention,
or you don't want to take massive doses of creatine. Then you should look, if you don't want creatine monohydrate, then you should look at creatine hydrochloride, which is what I personally prefer. Dosages are smaller, doesn't bloat you, doesn't give you stomach issues, and doesn't cause water retention. If you don't like creatine hydrochloride, then you should look at creatine magnesium chelate.
Now that's once again a new form of creatine that's come out probably what 2 or 3 years ago. And there's studies just been released on it in the past probably 6 to 8 months.
That are quite promising.
That are saying that this is a great form of creatine, but it took literally 2 years for those studies to come out.
Exactly. Jack, fellas, Jack from Ireland. If you guys see someone in the gym doing something incorrectly, how do you go about helping them, provided you actually know a more optimal form without seeming insulting? I'm sure you've done this plenty. Good luck and stay massive.
This is a tough one, man. As a personal trainer myself, I've always focused on doing this, but there's some people out there that just don't want help.
No.
They don't. And that's, they've been doing that same exercise the same way for 10, 15 years, whatever the hell they've been doing it for, and that's the way they're always going to do it. So you really have to, I guess, approach it with a side of caution. To what you tell is if you know that if the person's actually going to hurt themselves, then sure, step in and say, mate, you need to look at this, doing something about that, whatever they're doing. But if not, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey man, why don't you try it like this? But sometimes, they might bite your head off too. So you really have to be cautious about, how you approach that sort of situation. I do every now and then, I'll give people advice and they go, thanks man, thanks a lot. But, at the same time, every now and then you get a grunt and a piss off or whatever it might be and you just walk away.
You can kind of tell the sort of person that's going to do that, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
By the way they carry themselves,
Absolutely.
If the guy's walking around the gym with the imaginary lat syndrome, thinking he's Phil Heath with short form.
Don't give him advice because
probably just steer clear.
Because he knows more than you anyway.
Whereas, if someone's, legit, they look like they're, they're trying to improve their life through health and fitness and they just don't know any better, those are probably the types of people you can say, hey man, what's going on? Let me give you some tips and tricks. I seen you doing the lat pull down over there and you're not pulling your elbows back far enough or some shit like that.
Yeah, whatever it might be, so.
Each case,
absolutely.
Look at them separately. Reese Thomas. Hey guys, Reese from the city of useless drivers, the ADL.
It's very true.
It's very true, isn't it?
It's very, very true.
As I like to train at different gyms, but I'm an Anytime Fitness member, I like trying the different Anytime Fitnesses. What's the worst Anytime in Adelaide you have trained at, and what would be the best? Keep up the content, love the content. Worst Anytime Fitness.
That's a tough one, man.
Ah, shit.
The thing is, for me, I only really train it at one, and that's it because I train close to work, close to home, so I don't really train a lot of different ones.
I'd probably say, and if the owner watches these, he's going to be pissed at the start, but then be happy at the end because he owns both the worst and the best, in my personal opinion, Anytime Fitnesses, which is quite a contrast. I would say, in my personal, and I've trained a lot of Anytime Fitnesses in the ADL, possibly most of them. The worst is probably Brighton.
Okay.
Brighton, and there's two reasons for it. Firstly, I don't like the equipment. It's all
it's all that pre-core stuff.
Shit. Precor makes some good pieces, but mostly they make crap pieces. And secondly, it's very small and the lighting's very dark and it doesn't have a good gym vibe. So I would say, in my opinion, Anytime Fitness Brighton is the worst. Anytime Fitness Blackwood is the best, which is the one that Boss Josh and I train at every night.
Now, have you trained at Mitchell Park? They've just redone that. Have you trained there yet?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I trained there earlier this week.
Okay.
Look, it's not bad, but I prefer Blackwood. I still prefer Blackwood. I think Blackwood has
gym, man. It's spacious.
The biggest range of equipment. It's spacious. It's clean. It very rarely smells. Sometimes, you know, all gyms smell, but it's one of the least smelly gyms. I think Blackwood is the best.
It's a good gym, man. Definitely. Definitely a good gym.
And it's never busy either. No one wants to go there
until next week.
Because it's
wait till this video gets released, mate.
See you What later. Do you reckon? What's your favourite and least favourite?
Well, man, that's the thing though. I only train at like Black Forest.
Yeah.
I go to Mitchell Park every now and then. It's wherever I'm close to. I went to Unley the other day. All the equipment's so similar to me. I can do a workout at any one of them.
There you go.
So it doesn't really bother me too much.
Don't give a single fuck.
No, not one.
Billy Marcus. Hey guys, Billy from the dark depths of Neverland Ranch.
Where the fuck is that?
You're gonna have to pick it. He's taking the piss. You're gonna have to throw the piss straight back at Billy. Where's he from?
Fuck. Is that like California?
Billy,
like, is he living with MJ?
I go Billy. Sounds a bit hillbilly. Let's put him in the deep south.
But Neverland Ranch, that's in California. It's Michael Jackson's old house.
All right.
So he's living with MJ.
Okay. Billy Marcus from Cali. NorCal, SoCal.
Oh, I don't know. Where is?
I think SoCal.
Let's say
Southern California. Billy from Southern California in the US of A. Hey guys, what do you like to do in your spare time besides answering emails?
Answer emails. Nah, man. Look, honestly, to much Joe's disgust, I get out and I play a bit of golf.
Fucking waste of time, man. your time would be better answering emails. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it probably will be. But you know, I enjoy playing golf usually once a week. Apart from that, man, I just spend time with my family. That's about it.
Yeah.
You?
When I have spare time, man, like I've got hobbies that like I like to do, like snowboarding and wakeboarding and shit. That would probably be, but they're very like seasonal based as well. Like I can't just go, I'm going to take a day off today and go snowboarding.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of like, I'll book like a snowboarding trip.
Yeah.
And then wakeboarding is, whenever we go and see Ash's family up in the Riverland in summer when the weather's good.
But yeah, I guess
wakeboarding down.
Wakeboarding's a little bit more, I guess, easier access for you.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go, you know what, I'm done with work for the week. I'm going to piss off on Friday morning and go wakeboarding. You can do that.
Yeah.
Snowboarding, not so easy.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much. But yeah, I'd say those two. Will, Veta Big Boys. Will from the ADL here. I'm 6'2", 88 kilos and currently cutting. Aiming to consume 2,624 calories a day with a macro split, 230 carbs, 73 fat and 262 protein. However, while I'm hitting the calories fairly spot on, I'm falling well short in the protein each day, up to 100 grams short most of the time, whilst either hitting or going over, only slightly over on the carbs and fats. Any suggestions on ways to get my protein intake up? I usually have a couple of apples for brekkie, roux and veg for lunch, rice and tuna pre-lift and a protein shake post-lift, and steak or fish with veg for dinner. Cheers for any advice. Hashtag stay
Well, man, look, I'd start with breakfast first and get some protein in there. An apple for breakfast just ain't going to cut it, bro.
No shit.
Like, man, I don't like whether you have to make up a protein shake with like some oats or peanut butter in it, whatever. If you haven't got time, do something like that, or make up some sludge and eat that. But yeah, I'd start with breakfast, and that'll probably give you 50. And whether you have to like fit in another meal during the day, if you can't do that, and just increase the amount of protein you're eating with each meal.
Yeah. Real easy, Will. I mean, the easiest way to increase your protein intake is to use a protein powder.
Yeah.
Like that's what protein powders are there for.
Yeah.
To supplement.
But it's like if he's falling short by like 100 grams, man, that's a lot. Like that's
so you go 50 grams with breakfast.
Yeah.
And then you've only got 50 grams, and he's got what 5 meals to spread that between.
Yeah.
So you just increase the amount of roux, fucking tuna, and steak that you're having in those other meals.
Yep. Sorted.
Easy
done. Protein's an easy one, man.
Sheldon Malcolm. Hey guys, Sheldon from Melbourne, Victoria. My question is regarding carb cycling. Is it possible to carb cycle if you are a vegetarian? I don't eat any meat. Cheers, guys, and stay massive.
Ooh, It's a tough one, man, because if you're like vegan, most of your, I guess, food sources are going to have some.
He's not vegan. He's vegetarian, so he can still have things
so
like
if he's having
whey
like
protein,
eggs,
animal-based products. I would say yes.
Yes, you can absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can find ways of having, well, you don't really have a higher protein day. Your protein's going to stay the same.
It stays the same. Your carb cycle.
Carbs are going to go up and down, so you can definitely do that.
Yeah. No. Very easy to do. Sure.
Yeah.
Tim, hey guys, Tim from Queensland here. Oh, I've just lost that question. I'm looking for a mass gainer that has mostly whole food sources of carbs instead of that cheap shit, aka maltodextrin.
Oh.
And also looking for a mild hormone regulator / test booster. Thanks guys, love your work. Whole food source of carb gainer.
Whole food, I would say.
There's one and one only. Come on.
Yeah, Core Grow, man.
Boom. Core Grow or MTS Epic Gains uses brown rice as the carb source, but Core Grow uses everything in there is whole foods, from the proteins to the carbs to the fat. It's a whole food gainer.
Yeah.
Definitely Core Grow, and a mild hormone regulator / test booster.
What do you mean by mild though? Like, my recommendation is always Core Test or Barracuda.
Yeah.
They're the two best ones that I've ever used. So that'd be my recommendations.
Yeah. It depends on your age as well. So
yeah, definitely.
If you told us how old you were, we could kind of give you a little bit more direction, because different test boosters work better based on the ingredients for guys of different age.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd go Core Test or Barracuda. Or even if you wanted, more of a hormone regulator than a test booster, Core Hard as well.
Yeah.
Be one.
We need to know your age for that one, man. Definitely.
Phil Spencer. Hey guys, Phil from Chester in the UK. What's up, fellas? After watching Joe's Raw Cut, I learnt that Dillip is a Manchester City fan, aka a glory hunter. Terrible decision. I concur. My question is, can my club Everton adopt you and Joe as honorary fans? We are the Toffees and have had Tim Cahill play for us a few years ago. Tim Cahill, a famous Australian soccer player. Or football, as most of you call it. Say yes and I will get the club to send you some swag, but once you are an Evertonian, you can never go back. Our motto, nothing but the best will do. Stay massive.
Mate, I'm sorry, but you just shat on my boy Dilly.
Yeah.
So I am not going to be an Everton fan because you shat on my boy Dilly.
Really?
I can't do it.
No?
I got to look after my brother.
I'll be an Everton fan, Phil.
You are a bit of a glory hunter though, mate. You'll always just go...
No, the glory hunter is Manchester City, mate. Everton is, what does he say here? We are the Toffees.
Oh, that's the same thing. That you're a little...
I'll support
you're a private schoolboy, you'd be one of those toffee guys.
I'm with you, Phil. Give me a fist pump.
Yeah, no. Sorry, Phil. Can't do it, mate.
We got that shit. J4YLYL, Jalil. Jalil from the ADL. What's happening, Big Nevosh and Big Hose? Thanks for the advice on my question last week, fellas. Time to go even more balls deep on my chest sessions. I don't think you really go balls deep on chest sessions, Jalil. I think you go ham.
Yeah.
You go balls deep in leg workouts.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
My question this week is regarding music. What has been your top 5 songs that have been released this year? I know Big Hose is a fan of his gangster beats, but are you guys into electronic dance music at all? Keep up the good work, fellas, and as always, stay massive.
What's this guy's name?
Jalil. Yeah.
Jalil, I'm sorry, man. I wouldn't even be able to tell you 5 songs that got released this year. I always listen to my older shit when I train, and it's always heavy metal.
Yeah.
The big dog listens to his gangster rap, but I wouldn't be able to tell you 5 songs that have been released this year, man.
Yeah, I would. Honestly, the one song that just comes to mind immediately, just because I rock at most workouts that's been released this year, would be Mass Golf. Fucking Mass Golf.
See, I don't listen to it. I barely know what you're talking about.
But I'm the same, man. I listen to old school hip hop primarily, Jalil. You hear it pumping in the background of videos and shit.
Yep.
But, Notorious B.I.G., Eminem, Tupac.
They don't make it like they used to, man.
They don't, and I appreciate new school hip hop for what it is. Guys like Future, for example, a little bit of Drake as well. But it's
Yeah, it's like going back driving a Mazda when you've been driving a Ferrari.
But the thing is, I was talking to this about the guys the other day. The old school hip hop artists really have themselves to blame, because I listened to Jay-Z's new album, downloaded that shit 444, and it's fucking horrible. It's bad. I almost want a refund for that.
Really?
Yeah.
That bad?
It's bad, man.
Oh, no.
And I'm like thinking like Jay-Z, you know, fucking H to the Izzo.
Yeah. He had some good shit,
Like
man.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Like that kind of, that's not real old school, but in the big scheme of hip hop it is.
Yeah.
Like where is that Jay-Z? What is this shit?
You reckon they're just resting on their laurels?
Well, I don't know, man. You know, it seems like, but you see, you know, floating around social media and that, you see like fucking Snoop Dogg taking the piss out of guys like Future and, you know, I've seen Dr. Dre, you know, shit on new hip hop, and I haven't seen Jay-Z, but I'm sure he does in his own private time. But I'm like, well, if you guys just stop shitting on it and actually go like make some good music.
Yeah, we'd be all sweet.
You wouldn't have anything to shit on.
Yep.
Because people would be listening to, I think everyone inherently, if you're a hip hop fan, you inherently prefer old school hip hop to this new shit.
Oh, definitely.
You know
it's
what I'm
the
saying?
same, man. It's the same with most music genres, though.
Yeah.
And as for, you know, like the electric dance band, you'll have to speak to Dilip about that one.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Wes Hale, hey there, very big boys. Wes from Roanoke, Virginia. I have had enough. The injuries have added up too much after spinal fusion, compression fractures, 5 bulging discs, and recently torn QL and ruptured L3. I'm switching from training for powerlifting to prepping for physique. My man.
Good call, man.
What
God.
are your thoughts on intermittent fasting for 3 weeks to kickstart my lean out? Currently 6 foot, 82 kilos, around 13% body fat. My chest, arms, legs are lean and vascular. All of my body fat is stored in my midsection. Looking to compete near the end of Thanksgiving.
So what's that? November.
Cheers.
November? Thanksgiving?
Correct.
I'm not sure whether you have to, man, but you know, if it's going to work for you, then go for it. Intermittent fasting is not something that I'd recommend to do like full time.
Intermittent fasting, I did intermittent fasting 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years, almost 3 years ago. Fuck, I can't remember. I've done intermittent fasting. And I found it was good to get you to a certain level of leanness. And then once you reach a certain level of leanness, it's fucking useless.
Yeah.
And you have to go back to like, you know, increasing meal frequency and carb timing and those sorts of things. But I found like you can probably get down to around 10%, Wes, to be honest, with intermittent fasting.
But if he's going to compete, man, that's not going to be the answer.
It's not going to be, no, but it's a good way. He's looking at something to kickstart. So it's probably fine to kickstart for the first 3 weeks or so, and then you're going to have to go back to, you know, your
conventional dieting. And,
your bro dieting, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I can't see an issue with that, Wes. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Alan, hey guys, Alan from Toronto, Canada. I was laughing last week listening to your What the Health rant.
Oh, God.
I watched it a few days prior to that weekly word and was thinking the same thing. I was getting so upset the more I watched. During TMJ in the USA Season 5, when you are on a Canada-US border, can we reschedule a meetup? And if so, how do I contact you to schedule? I'm not sure if we're going to be near the US-Canada border this year.
Well, look, I reckon the closest we'll get will probably when we go see Dougie in Virginia, and that's a couple of states away.
Yeah, it's reasonably close though. Like
Well,
what's it, a 6-hour drive? Depending which route you take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could look into it, man.
Yeah, why not, Alan? If you want to try and schedule something up, just email sales@massivejoes.com.
And as for the what the health shit, man, I reckon we've got to do a video on that.
I think we do. It's Gains Trust.
Yeah.
It's Gains Trust.
It's gonna
not
be
with you. I have to do it with Swole, but.
Yeah, that's right.
Gains
Yeah.
Trust
Well, he's
video.
the smart one out of us too.
But yeah, Alan, email sales@massivejoes.com, man. We'll try to tee something up. Eric Rodgick. Hey fellas, Eric from Sydney. Hope you guys are doing well. Great seeing you at the fitness workshop last week. It was good seeing you too, Eric. Repping TMJ everything, as always. I recently read an article in a magazine discussing the points that you have more free-flowing testosterone during the very early morning of the hours, which would lead to more gains, and in the afternoon you are a lot stronger. I can't remember the reason why. What are your thoughts on this, and what time do you prefer to train at if you did not work an 8 to 6 job?
8 to 6.
Woo!
Who's getting to sleep in?
Yeah, no shit.
Sorry, mate. My job's now like 4 till 6.
This is a good question.
It is, man. Look, I've always preferred. I do prefer training in the evening, but however, it does have its downside that, you know, someday if you're having a shit day, it can turn into a shit training session.
Yeah.
You know, there's downfalls for both. You know, whereas if you get up in the morning, you know, usually you'll have a reasonably good workout if you can work out what to do. It's a lot more complicated because you don't have that time to get in meals. You know, whereas you've got 8 or 10 hours to eat as much food as you want. If you're training at 4 or 5 in the morning, you haven't got that time to get meals in. So it's a lot more complicated to get your preparation done before you work out.
Correct.
In saying that though, there's a positive to it that the workout is then done for the day. You don't have to, worry about it. You don't have to stress about it for the rest of the day at work. You don't have to worry so much about, what time you're eating meals and pre-workout meals and that sort of stuff. You're no longer thinking about, what you're doing for training, that sort of thing. So there's a pluses and minuses, man. It really depends on what's going to fit in best for your lifestyle. That's all I can say. Because, for me personally, as I said, I do like training at night, but the only choice I've got now is to train in the morning.
And I think, specifically what you're asking, Eric, with I think it's, pretty, the consensus scientifically is that, your free testosterone levels are higher in the morning than they are at night. That's just the normal hormonal cycle. And it's a trade-off between training with higher free test levels versus not training when you're properly fueled. Because you're always going to be better fueled if you train at night because you've had the whole day to consume nutrients. Whereas in the morning you haven't, but you've got higher testosterone levels. So it's the balance of the two. I prefer training at night.
I think the optimal time to train, when I read a study, this was years ago, mind you, so don't quote me on this, but it was literally like 8 hours after you wake up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Based on what?
It was just a study I read, mate.
Just fuck it.
Yeah, so it was usually like sort of early to mid-afternoon was the best time to train.
There you go. Last question going this week, honorary to Pierre Pozzuto, taking Barney Young's place. What's good, boys? Pierre from Chester in the UK. Thanks for the promotion to last question. Oh, you're welcome, Pierre. My question this epic week, gym gadgets. Neve, last week you said people are overcomplicating things. I've trained hundreds of clients in hundreds of clubs and it would seem we are accumulating workout gadgets. What are your thoughts on all this? Ab wheels, gliding pads, 5 different types of Swiss balls, sandbags, slam balls. Don't get me wrong, I've used them all in the past, but I also believe those results can be achieved with free weights and body weight exercises. Gym members are getting confused and injury figures are going up. Is there a genius/favorite gadget that you use? Lads, as always, a pleasure watching you guys. Work, respect, stay massive, Pierre.
Where's Pierre from?
Pierre's from Chester in the UK.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely there is, Pierre. There is definitely this increase in gadgets because everyone wants to bring out the new fandangle thing. And it comes back to, I think, trying to reinvent the wheel. If it's not broken, don't fix it, basically. I find there's nothing wrong with the old school equipment. In fact, most pieces of equipment that you use from like 15 years ago is better than the equipment that you get now. Because people have tried to over-design shit and make it, like I said, reinvent the wheel. But
it's fucking, you know what it is, man? It's because it's literally just marketing.
It is, absolutely.
Because if you say to someone who isn't into health and fitness like we are and like most of you who watch this are, and you say to them, you can get the physique that you want, but you're going to have to do the same exercises the same way for 10 years, people aren't interested in that.
They want that new fandangle.
They want something fancy, exciting, and then 2 weeks later they want something new, fancy and exciting, and then 2 weeks after that something new, fancy and exciting. And it's just a way of fucking keeping people interested. Because, most people want the results of a consistent long-term health and fitness regime in a much shorter period of time.
Yeah, everyone wants everything now.
Absolutely. It's literally, I think it's just about keeping people interested. But I agree with you. I think, that some of the best pieces of equipment fucking dumbbells.
Yeah, no shit.
Dumbbells and kettlebells and some of the old school machines that have been around for fucking decades, and all this new fandangle shit, the stuff you've mentioned, Pierre, the fucking ab wheels and gliding pads and different Swiss balls and sandbags and slam balls and fucking all these fucking sleds and rope pulls and fucking ergo ski things and all this bullshit.
Someone asked me the other day, they said, if there was one piece of equipment you could actually have in a gym that you don't get to use often, what would it be? And I said a reverse hyper machine. Your posterior chain. Because you don't see one, number one, you never see them anyway. But the effects that it can have for your lower back and your hamstrings, your glutes is just phenomenal. Proven piece of equipment, old as the hills, but you just don't see them anywhere because people want to buy, like a an abductor machine for a fucking gym, or you know, just some bullshit piece of equipment that's not really going to do much.
Yeah, I agree. And Pierre probably knows all of this. He's been doing this for long.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
I think it's almost.
It was a fucking loaded question.
I think
man.
it's almost a rhetorical question.
It was loaded. 100%.
He's felt the pressure.
He just wanted us. He wanted us to fucking tee off on all the
He's
little...
felt the pressure of having the last question, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, loaded.
What am I? With great power comes great responsibility. What am I going to do with all this power? And he's like, "I'm just going to pop this one in."
Look, it is a good question.
Yeah.
But there was definitely, it was a loaded one, man, for sure.
Big Nevos. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Nah, man.
Before I tell
Neve
the
is out.
viewers
Neve is out.
to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile and your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Guys, if you like this video, throw down 1 or 2 or 3 of those. Drop a comment down below. We're open for another round of Ask Neve. So if you've got a question for Ask Neve, hashtag Ask Neve. Tell us where you're from, else you may end up in Italy or SoCal somewhere. And ask your question for Neve on this video on YouTube, not nowhere else, just on YouTube. Hashtag Ask Neve. And finally, spread the love. Share this video around. Spread the love on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until next week, where we come to and from Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay.